My name is Joe McGill. I'm a program officer for the National Trust for Historic Preservation. Right now we're at Hobcob Barony, which is a plantation, was a plantation, a rice plantation historically. What I'm doing, I spent the night in the slave cabin last night, along with the reporter Eric Frazier. This is the 5th slave cabin that I've slept in since May. And my purpose is to bring attention to such structures because I think the attention is needed. A lot of a lot of plantation houses exist that one can visit, but few of these slave cabins are left. For the last 5 stays in slave cabins, it's obvious that those do exist. So I get permission to stay in as many of those slave cabins as I possibly can to get that experience of actually sleeping in a cabin. And as I said, this is the 5th, and all those experiences have been different. Um, this one last night has the most of the historic fabric left. The purpose for this cabin is not necessarily to restore, but to actually maintain. So with that thought process, a lot of the original material that was first used to build this cabin is still here, still left. So a lot of the slave labor that went into building this cabin is experienced, is seen here in the fabric of this building, which is a good thing, which made it different for me last night, made it more authentic for me last night. I have not gotten a lot of resistance thus far. There's been some, but not enough to be alarmed. Because there's a lot of folks out there that are interested in what I do. They think as I do that there's attention needed to be brought to these structures. And just as there are those structures that exist that are capable of me spending the night, there are probably just as many more out there that needs attention, that aren't restored, that aren't maintained. And I certainly want to bring attention to those. So anybody who might be viewing this may know of some. And if that is indeed the case, I would like for you to contact me or someone who could gather the resources or help gather the resources to bring attention to these structures. The ultimate goal here, or the end game here, is to restore these structures and make them a part of our American story, because for so long this part of our story has been neglected, are not told properly or glorified. Um, but I think that if the structure is there, it makes it a whole lot easier to tell the story than reading a sign that says, "Here once stood."